Have you ever felt a strange pull towards something you know isn't right? Imagine the subtle ways you could be tempted into making choices that lead you down a dark path. Stick around to uncover 5 surprising signs that Satan might be subtly tempting you to sell your soul. Why should you watch this? Recognizing these signs could protect you from slipping into a life of emptiness and regret. In this video, we'll look at 5 warning signs. An overwhelming desire for power, moral compromises, suspiciously good luck, spiritual apathy, and a nagging sense of emptiness. Knowing these can help you stay strong and rooted in faith. The concept of selling your soul might seem like something out of an old story or folklore, but it holds real spiritual meaning. Throughout history, many people have fallen victim to desires that, though enticing, lead them away from God and towards dangerous paths. Saint Padre Pio, a modern Catholic saint who battled intense spiritual trials, spoke often of the very real, unseen forces that tempt us. Selling one's soul doesn't mean a formal transaction, but rather a slow drift away from God and toward choices that lead to emptiness. Today, we'll discuss 5 subtle signs that could indicate Satan's influence is tugging at you, luring you down this path. Sign 1. The desire for power and fame. One of the earliest signs that Satan might be subtly influencing you is a growing obsession with power and fame. Initially, it may feel like normal ambition, a desire to work hard, be successful, and achieve your dreams. But over time, this drive intensifies and begins to consume you. Rather than enjoying accomplishments for their own sake, you may start seeking recognition at any cost, using others to climb higher, or sacrificing valuable relationships for fleeting fame. This craving can be deceptive, often dressed up as hard work or dedication. Saint Padre Pio warned that these desires can dull our spiritual senses, making us vulnerable to spiritual attacks. He emphasized the importance of humility and service, virtues that align our ambitions with God's will. Reflect on your goals and ask yourself, are these pursuits really for my growth, or have they started to overshadow everything else? Sign 2. Frequent moral dilemas and compromises. The second sign is experiencing frequent moral dilemmas, where you feel pulled to compromise your values to get ahead. These situations often start small, a minor lie here, an excuse there, perhaps ignoring certain principles, just this once. But each time you give in, it becomes easier to rationalize bigger compromises. What starts as a small ethical slip can evolve into a pattern, numbing your conscience and making it easier to betray your beliefs in pursuit of success. Saint Padre Pio taught that these gradual small steps away from truth weaken our moral foundation, creating cracks in our character that can eventually fracture our souls. Reflect on the choices you're making. Are they pulling you closer to God or subtly leading you down a darker path? Remember, every choice can either fortify or erode our spiritual integrity. Sign 3. Unusually good luck or suspicious opportunities. The third sign can be an influx of seemingly miraculous opportunities or an uncanny streak of good luck that feels too good to be true. This is not to say that blessings don't exist. They absolutely do, and God's grace is abundant. However, Saint Padre Pio cautioned that Satan can use temptation disguised as success, subtly trapping us by making us question our loyalty to our values. These offers can come when we're most vulnerable, subtly influencing us to believe that achieving success doesn't always require faith, hard work, or patience. Ask yourself, does this opportunity feel aligned with my values, or is there a hint of unease? If something seems a little too perfect or carries hidden strings attached, don't hesitate to pray for discernment. Patience and discernment are powerful allies in staying grounded in faith. Sign 4. Growing apathy towards spirituality and morality. The fourth sign to be mindful of is a gradual apathy towards spirituality and morality. You might find yourself drifting away from things that once held deep meaning, like prayer, mass, or acts of service. Spiritual practices start to feel like chores, and moral discussions seem irrelevant. This detachment can feel harmless at first, but it's one of the enemy's most subtle tactics. Saint Padre Pio described this spiritual indifference as a tool Satan uses to slowly distance us from God, luring us into a cycle of numbness where we are more susceptible to negative influences. If you're feeling detached from faith or find it hard to feel the same connection as before, remember that God is patient. Reaching out, even if it feels difficult, can help rekindle that connection and ward off any negative influences seeking to weaken your spirit. Sign 5. Persistent emptiness despite success. The final sign is a persistent feeling of emptiness or dissatisfaction, even amidst worldly success. Perhaps you've achieved much and reached goals that you thought would bring you lasting joy, but you still feel a nagging sense of emptiness. This void is a spiritual one, which cannot be filled by external successes or material gain. Saint Padre Pio warned that this hollow feeling can be a sign of spiritual disconnection, a void that only a deeper relationship with God can fill. This inner emptiness, despite outward success, serves as a reminder that the soul's needs cannot be met by worldly things. Take a moment to reflect. Are my achievements satisfying my spirit, or have they left me feeling more distant and isolated? This void is often an invitation to reconnect with your spiritual life, as true peace and fulfillment can only be found through God. These 5 signs, unchecked ambition for fame and power, moral compromises, suspicious good fortune, spiritual apathy, and persistent emptiness, are subtle but effective ways that Satan can lure us away from a meaningful life with God. Saint Padre Pio reminds us that we are in a spiritual battle, and these signs serve as warnings. Being aware of them can help you protect your soul and stay aligned with God's purpose for you. If any of these signs resonate with you, it may be time to reconnect with your faith, seek guidance, and renew your commitment to living a spiritually fulfilling life. If any of these signs resonated with you, you're not alone. Many of us face spiritual battles daily. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Which sign do you think is most relatable or concerning in today's world? Share your experiences or insights in the comments. You never know who might find strength in your words. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more content that aims to support and guide you on your spiritual journey. And if you know someone who might need to hear these insights, share this video with them. Together, we can help others recognize these signs and find peace and strength through faith. God bless.
If you're looking to overcome depression and anxiety by strengthening your spirituality, I invite you to check out my ebook, Soulful Transformations, Bridging Faith and Mind for Lasting Wellness, available on Kindle. This book combines cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, with biblical wisdom to help you manage stress, tackle anxiety, and find lasting peace through faith. It's not just about mental health. It's about deepening your relationship with God and transforming your life in ways that inspire others. Check the description below for the link and take the first step toward a life of spiritual and emotional wellness.